As we quickly approach the upcoming breeding season, Woodlands Stud have many things to celebrate. Nothing more so than 2022 being our 30th year in business. That's 30 years dedicated to further enhancing the standardbred breed in Australasia. Bringing world-class sires to stand down under has always been our main priority, dating back to our founding stallions like In the Pocket, to older stallions like Better's Delight and American Ideal, through to our more recent and up-and-coming sires like Sweet Lou and What the Hill. Every stallion is chosen carefully to ensure they will work well with mares from the Southern Hemisphere and are ones that will further enhance our bloodlines down under. However, the biggest thing we want to celebrate is all of you, the breeders. Without you, we wouldn't have made it this far. Your support of Woodlands Stud and our sires has enabled us to become one of the leading stud farms in the world. In an ever-changing industry, it is you that is holding us up. Without you breeding horses, we wouldn't have horses to race. We thank you for being on this journey with us and for taking the time to watch this video to learn about our superb lineup of stallions for the upcoming season. Better's Delight is the greatest sire of our time. Age has not diminished his influence on the harness racing industry. His progeny and their results speak for themselves. So here are some thoughts from our industry participants on the impact Better's Delight and his progeny have had on their harness racing journey.
Well, Better's Delight, to be fair, has probably changed our whole life and experience of harness racing, starting back with Highview Tommy through Border Control, Ultimate Machete, Ultimate Sniper, and then through to the wonderful Lazarus.
Get Nasser on the phone, he is in another orbit, Lazarus does it again.
So he's probably taken us on something in our lives that Glennis and I would never actually experience without the progeny of Better's Delight. You know, you can throw the Fixer in as our other cup winner.
The Fixer's coming through on the lane, the Fixer is going to win the New Zealand Cup of Nose.
So to win 3 cups, we've won into Dominions with his progeny, all the derbies, you know, throughout New Zealand and Australia. And he's took us to places like Perth to race horses that really, when Glennis and I started this journey probably nearly 20 years ago now, we never thought was ever an opportunity. So he's really been a life changer for, you know, for Glennis and I, and not only that, you know, the breeding industry in New Zealand.
Just a wonderful sire, the greatest sire that I've been associated with. So I think you know, you knew when you had a Better's Delight and you went into a big race and you were going to nut out a tight finish, well, you just had that confidence. They had the stamina and the guts and the will to win. And yeah, they probably, as far as our training partnership went, they gave us strength too. And you know, we were just rapt to be, you know, associated with the progeny of Better's Delight.
Commercial breeders, it is inevitable that Better's Delight is in his final seasons before retirement, so you are running out of opportunities to breed to him. His progeny are so sought after that they are often the first marked in sales catalogues by well-known buyers.
Well, to be fair, he's the first in the catalogue I look for still. So, and really, you know, looking to 2023 now, he'll still be the first that when I go through the catalogue that will always mark. And it's funny, it's for fillies who we don't buy a lot of. He's definitely the one that that I look at the most when I'm looking at fillies to purchase.
It's just a Better's Delight.
And we've brought a lot, Mark, haven't we, like over the years? You've brought a lot of big ones, tall ones, fat ones, skinny ones, long ones, short ones. So there's not one specific type, is there, that you look at?
But he's certainly the greatest sire I've seen.
He is the sire you need to breed to get the results at the sales, on the track and in the breeding shed in the future. He is standing for the full fee of $25,000 plus GST in New Zealand, but if you use our multiple mare or early bird discounts, then he comes to $22,500 plus GST. American Ideal is a sire who needs no introduction. He has been hugely influential on the harness racing industry worldwide, and his progeny are continuing to fly his flag in the twilight of his career. Not so long ago, his progeny earnings surpassed $166 million worldwide. He sired the 2021 New Zealand Trotting Cup winner, Copy That.
It's Copy That's Cup though, chew up ladies, he's done it, Copy That won the New Zealand Cup.
Copy That's trainer Ray Green has had continued success with the progeny of American Ideal.
Well, he's been the biggest player for us. We've had 5 or 6 top line horses by that stallion, and yeah, we've had enormous success, and of course our cup winner here being the Mercedes.
His star son pacer, 888, has been lighting up Australian tracks recently and picked up the feature Mr Feelgood Open in July.
888's been a wonderful horse for our stable. He's been a pleasure to deal with on and off the track. On track he's all business, and he's actually a lovely horse to sit behind and drive. He's very adaptable in his races and he's got awesome speed.
Great finish coming up here. It's Majestic Cruiser, and look at 888 from last to first, powers on by. Wow, what a win!
He's really been a pleasure to deal with, and yeah, we'd love to have a stable full of horses with the nature of 888.
American Ideal leaves precocious juveniles, star 3-year-olds and Grand Circuit performers. He is the complete package. And better yet, he crosses so well with a huge range of broodmare sires. He is standing at Lower Long Farms in Victoria, making his progeny Vic bred eligible. He is standing for the full fee of $11,250 plus GST in New Zealand. But if you use our multiple mare or early bird discounts, then he can be as low as $9,000 plus GST. Sweet Lou is a sire who is kicking some serious goals in harness racing worldwide. Do you feel like you don't see many of them on the track here in New Zealand? Well, that is probably because at least 62% of his total New Zealand bred winners have been exported overseas already, with some big ticket prices being paid. His progeny are in demand and they are doing the job on the track. He is the leading sire of individual 2-year-old winners in Australia, and at the time of filming, he was 9 wins clear of his closest rival, Captain Treacherous. He is also the sire of some classy pacers, including open class performer Spirit of St Louis.
I've had the pleasure of driving a fair few nice Sweet Lou's of late, including the likes of Spirit of St Louis. He's really taken the Grand Circuit by storm the last season.
Here's Spirit of St Louis. Will he do it again? Spirit of St Louis, the Country Cup's king. Down the outside was Amazing Dream and Spirit of St Louis.
Lucky enough to win 2 Group 1s on him, second in both the Hunter Cup and Miracle Mile. So, you know, just a wee little fella, but he's got a great heart and absolute speed machine.
Can't find a better man.
Can't find a better man, trying to be the spoiler. Danger zone in front, leap to fame. Can't find a better man, can't find a better man. Turns them both over in the derby.
And quality mares like Darling Me.
Darling Me, a length and a half in front. Cheezel running on from Kelly's Delight, but it's Darling Me. Darling Me, she's an untouched gem in the uncut gems.
He is consistently near the top of the sires leaderboards in New Zealand, Australia and North America, and his progeny are only just starting to build momentum. The best is yet to come. Drivers across Australasia are jumping at the opportunity to drive his stock.
Also got a few other nice ones in the likes of Firefox, who was impressive first up in Sydney. You know, rated 49, which isn't easy to do first up there.
Firefox first up in Australia, big win. Firefox all the way.
Also a nice 3-year-old filly called Steno.
Steno with 75 to go, draws away. Steno too good, she's won the bullion. 4 on the bounce for this very progressive filly.
She's definitely an Oaks type filly as well, and a few nice 2-year-olds I've been on that are just about ready to step up, so really looking forward to driving Sweet Lou's.
Been lucky enough through Graham to drive some really good Sweet Lou's, Spirit of St Louis, and can't find a better man.
And the smart son of Sweet Lou's going to absolutely brain them. Can't find a better man, it's a cakewalk.
Graham keeps chasing them, and yeah, the ones I've driven for him have been very nice horses, and yeah, I'd have to recommend his stock.
I've driven a couple of nice Sweet Lou's in the past couple of seasons, a couple being My Ultimate Baxter, and another one this year is a smart juvenile, My Ultimate Snowy. I think he'll be, you know, a top youngster this year. And
My Ultimate Snowy now starts to assert its superiority, comes clear, favourite home.
what I like about them, they've just got really natural speed, good gaited horses, and they just want to do it for you. You know, they're easy to work with, and you know, when you ask them to do something, they quickly learn, and very intelligent horses.
He is crossing magnificently well with Better's Delight mares, but is also having plenty of success with Art Major, Mac 3, Christian Cullen, Rock and Roll Heaven and Rock and Roll Hanover mares. Enjoy the sweet taste of success when you send your mare to Sweet Lou this season. He is standing for the full fee of $7,500 plus GST in New Zealand. But if you use our multiple mare or early bird discounts, then he can be as low as $6,000 plus GST. Down by the Seaside is a sire making a big splash and is one of the most exciting up-and-coming young sires in harness racing. At the time of filming, He is the leading sire of both 2- and 3-year-olds in North America. This on the back of being the leading first season sire last season. On the track himself, Down by the Seaside was a champion. The winner of over $2.1 million on the track and the USTA 3-year-old male of his year, beating the likes of Huntsville and Fear the Dragon.
But the story here is Down by the Seaside giving Huntsville the cold shoulder. Down by the Seaside roars away for Miller to win the Governor's Cup in impressive fashion.
Down by the Seaside is on the board as a sire already in both Australia and New Zealand and has many other talented horses due to hit the track.
Triple G and Nose.
But Between Two Thorns is a very smart filly. Between Two Thorns doing it well over Cap Sav, but a brilliant win to Between Two Thorns.
Trainers across Australasia continued to be impressed by the progeny of Down by the Seaside.
I broke one in of my own. I bred one and broke it in, and she was a nice filly, lovely filly, good going filly, broke in nice and was they're really sort of with you. Because I did another one as well from the sales, another Down by the Seaside colt he was, and he broke in really nice, big laid back guy and seemed to have a lovely nature, and like you say, we bought one yesterday at the Woodlands sale.
Another positive sign for his siring future down under is that a majority of his top horses in North America have relevant broodmare sires to Australasia, such as Bettor's Delight, Art Major, Sports Rider and Western Ideal. The latter is the broodmare sire of Down by the Seaside's impressive son Pebble Beach, who won the $1 million North America Cup for Noel Daly and Todd McCarthy.
But he's clear by 3. Second to the rail is Beach Glass. The Pepsi North America Cup, Pebble Beach in a romp. It's Pebble Beach to win by 3.
He's showed now he's got a bit of versatility. He can do it in front or from behind. So yeah, he's got a wicked turn of speed. So I just said, as long as you're in the first half, swinging in, I'd be happy. So.
He's I just describe him as a little dude. He's such a cool horse to be around, and he's got a lot of characteristics, and he's a lot of fun to drive. So full credit to Noel and the team. They're doing a terrific job with him, and he's a lot of fun to sit behind right now.
Make sure you catch the next wave and breed your mare to one of the most exciting up-and-coming sires in Australasia. He is standing for the full fee of $10,000 plus GST. But if you use our multiple mare or early bird discounts, then his fee can be as low as $8,000 plus GST. One of the greatest horses of his time on the track was Lather Up, a speed machine who broke 7 track records and 2 world records during his career on the track. He remains, to date, the fastest horse ever over 1 mile and 1/8, pacing a blistering 1:59 2, with a mile rate of 1:46 3.
Lather Up absolutely destroys them, and he wins again. Lather Up in 1:59 2 for the 1 mile and 1/8.
He was also the fastest 4-year-old in history and equal fastest horse in the world over a mile up until the middle of July, when the record was broken. Prior to this, he had gone a 1:46 mile rate.
It is Lather Up, a perfect trip paid off in the graduate final, and Lather Up is home in 1:46, equaling the all-time fastest mile in harness racing history.
His driver, Montreal Teague, has huge raps of the sire.
Lather Up will make a good stallion because just his unmatched speed on the track. Never sat behind a horse faster than him, and he was very easy to get along with. Temperament was perfect. I mean, he wanted to do it right when he got behind the gate. He swallowed right up like he's supposed to. No other horse could match him going straight in a straight line.
His first crop have been well received in Australasia already, with his first progeny going under the hammer at the 2022 NZB Standardbred weaning sales this May. These were picked up by top trainers like Ray Green and Robert and Jenna Dunn.
Lather Up was, obviously he's got the fastest time, 1:46, but I like the way he did it because he wasn't one of those horses that was gifted to going around turns, and he always would just drop off a little bit. Boy, oh boy, what a tough horse. So obviously he had speed, and he had a lot of toughness about him. That's what I really liked about him for New Zealand racing. This horse we saw at sales was such a great looking horse. Look, when I saw him, when I went a couple of days earlier, I sort of put a tick behind him, and I said, I'm going to have a real good look. So Johnny liked him as well.
I love the Stallion. He's a beautiful horse, and the speed that he's got, if he replicates that, he's got to be a success. So we bought 3 fillies by him. I thought they were really nice types. They were sort of like what I was looking for, really. Yeah, they sort of ticked most boxes for me.
Lather Up is returning to stand for us at Lower Long Farms in Victoria making his progeny Vic bred eligible. He is standing for the full fee of $4,500 plus GST in New Zealand, with no further discounts applying. Our trotting sensation, What the Hill, is returning to stand at Woodlands Stud for the upcoming breeding season. He is the only trotting shuttle sire returning to New Zealand. On the track, What the Hill was a star, winning $1.3 million, including winning the Breeders' Crown. But one of his best wins was when he defeated the open class trotters in the final of the TVG, defeating multiple top trotting millionaires.
But off the rail comes What the Hill, the 3-year-old. What the Hill to seal his division. What the Hill! What the Hill in 151-4 in the TVG Open Trot Final.
What the Hill was a great racehorse because of his attitude, his gait, and his size. He had a tremendous stride and the heart of a lion.
He was the leading first season trotting sire in North America last season with his debut crop. And his first crops are hitting the tracks here with some eye-catching progeny already, including a little professional with great manners by the name of Luby Lil, who was bred by Brecken Farms.
The leader, Luby Lil, after it ordained, back then to Regal Girl is darting back to the passing lane here. Luby Lil in front, trying hard, ordained Regal Girl, Luby Lil, the Brecken Jacket, will take them all the way here.
He has also already sired a Group 1 winner in Australia by the name of Dream Big, Aim High.
Hey guys, Dream Big, Aim High, here he is. Group 1 winner, What the Hill, throws them in all shapes and sizes.
And in the meantime, it's left Dream Big, Aim High, a mile in front. London to a Bricks trying to trot it down with 100 metres left to go, but it's Dream Big, Aim High. Goes from Tuesday maiden place getter to Group 1 superstar tonight, and Dream Big, Aim High gets the prize.
I couldn't speak higher for What the Hill. Obviously Dream Big, Aim High is the only one I've had, but ultra consistent, trots all day. His manners are impeccable, so anyone with a trotting broodmare out there, I know myself, I've got one going there this year. I can't think he's probably a stallion that in time everyone will want one, so jump on the boat early and get yourself one.
He has been very popular already with breeders across Australasia and has served many of our top trotting mares. He is the trotting sire of the future, and now is your time to get on board too.
I've got a few What the Hills, and I've liked them all at this stage. I've got a really nice filly, I think, Regal Girl, out of one of Ken Brecken's mares. She's trialled and been to the workouts and won them both, and seems a nice filly going forward too, so we'll wait and see.
Regal Girl though, it's been a faultless display. She's been in front since pretty much the start, and she races away now to win this by a widening margin of about 5 lengths.
He is crossing with a range of different mares, but we have seen trends with Love You, Andover Hall, Sundon and Pegasus Spur mares. What the Hill is standing in Auckland and is standing for the full fee of $7,000 plus GST in New Zealand. But if you use our multiple mare or early bird discounts, then his fee can be as low as $5,600 plus GST. Resilient best describes our champion trotter, Speeding Spur. From the start of his career as a 2-year-old, he raced at an elite level. He is a 9-time Group 1 winning trotter. Very few horses can lay claim to have a career that was brilliant from start to finish.
What made him such a great racehorse was his willingness to win, something very few horses have. When the chips were down, he was still giving 110%. And, he had a lot of qualities, but that was such a high aspect of his racing.
Drivers who drove against him never took him lightly.
Racing against Speeding Spur was always hard. He's one of those horses that has a deceptive speed, and he always stuck his neck out the whole way, but when it counted the line, made it very hard to get past. A couple of times I thought I had him beat halfway down, but he proved me wrong again, so he was a great horse.
He was owned by a loyal group of owners, including a few sportsmen who knew how hard it was to perform at the top level.
Been really fortunate as part of Woodlands Syndicate to have Speeding Spur on the books for a number of years. He was such a fantastic horse, won some big races, but the best thing I felt about him was the way he always backed up, never gave in, and worked so hard right to the end, no matter what was thrown his way in a race or before a race.
I've been associated with Woodlands Stud for about 10 years now, and it's been an incredible journey. Our syndicate has had some incredible horses. One that stands out for me is Speeding Spur, or Del Boy we used to call him. Raced in New Zealand's biggest races, Australia's biggest races, headed off to the States, racing some huge races there. I don't reckon there's anything like when your horse turns that last corner and you've got a part of it and you share at home and it wins big races. It's an incredible thing to have.
On the track, Speeding Spur had serious speed, stamina and a great desire to win. Speeding Spur raced and defeated the best square gaiters of his generation.
Speeding Spur in the Bracken Farms Group 1 Northern Trotting Derby. He's 2 in front over Monbay. Lovely winner. He's a dual Derby winner, Speeding Spur.
We believe he will cross well with a range of different trotting mares, but in particular Sundon, Majestic Sun, Armbro Invasion and Love You mares. Speeding Spur is standing for the fee of $1,000 plus GST in New Zealand. Some discounts may apply. As mentioned, Woodlands Stud are this season offering an early bird special discount for most of our sires. If you book in and make your payment prior to September 30th, then you will receive a discount. But you can also get a discount by breeding multiple mares to our stallions. Please have a chat to one of our team for more information on our discount structures. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about Woodlands Stud and our stallions for the upcoming breeding season. We take great pride in the sires we stand that help us achieve the results that we do. And we hope that in time, your 2022 mating can join the illustrious list of horses sired by Woodlands Stud Stallions. Your success is our success.
Get ahead of the field and share the dream with Woodlands Stud.